Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of On the Table podcast, where everything's on the table and nothing is off limits. I'm going to go ahead and apologize to begin with. I do have a cold, so if I cough, sneeze, whatever, I do apologize. I'm trying to get away from the mic if I do. But we're going to roll through this. So, Rockstar today has an hour ago. Today being July 21st, 2022. They have released the latest information on the DLC that I want to, that's coming July 26th. I think I have that day off. We'll go ahead and look here in a minute. So it says the Southern San Andreas economy is in crisis. Gas prices spiked to their highest levels in decades. Supply chains are in turmoil, and a ferocious heat wave is gripping the state. Introducing GTAO Online, the criminal enterprise, is coming July 26th. Now, I have only seen this. I did pop into this and make sure that I can actually hear the audio. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play the audio. And again, I want to turn me silent for a whole 60 seconds here. That's going to be hard for me, so please do. Wish me luck. So yes, we're going to put this full screen, we're going to play this, and we're going to get into the article. But this probably copyrighted, so if you are listening to this from any place, this obviously belongs to Rockstar Games. I'm not denying that fact, but I am not going to mute any of it because I want it to be watched and listened to in its full, beautiful glory, as they worked hard on it. So if you want to try and copyright claim this, fuck you, screw you, I'm going to fight it hard because I'm giving I forget the term, but credit. I'm giving proper credit. So it does not belong to me, it belongs to Rockstar Games. And whatever studios there is that made this. And I don't know the developers' names and all that. If I did, I'd give them total credit even before I began because usually it turns out really well. So let's go ahead and let's get on into it and then we'll break it down.
Breaking news.
It is hot out there, folks.
This summer continues to break records for the hottest temperature since last year.
We know you're definitely not heading out of town, not with these gas prices.
It's insane! It's like I'm back in 1981. Oil tycoons are back in style, which is good for business, right?
You know, Zero, that big oil company just got a shipment hit by pirates. We got a way to make bank off of it, man.
You ever heard of the Duggins? Oil and gas people making some serious dollar with the prices being high, yo.
Today's serving of crazy comes with heavy ballistic armor and anger management issues.
I smell a conspiracy. This is only the beginning.
Alright, let's clean that up and let's break that down. So first off, I love the fact they mentioned high gas prices. The gas prices they're not as high as they were. They have gone down, at least in my area, quite a bit. Actually, almost a whole dollar now. Actually, no, over a dollar, actually. About $1.20. So, because they were at, or not, almost $1.20, yeah, so $1.19, actually. But anyway, so very, very interesting. Let's go ahead and let's break that down. Let's see, what is this? I can't tell if that's a new helicopter. It looks like it might be, but I cannot tell. It's really hard to tell from that angle. It's interesting that somebody broke down the freeway. That could just be for aesthetics and, traffic and all that, yada, nightclub. It's interesting. There's two new. Usually you'd see like the older cars. Those are actually two new cars. I don't think they're new to GTA Online per se, but in terms of being displayed right here, it's usually not. It's usually like an old Turismo and whatever the other cars. I have to look. But I don't care to look. So I see, and then this is new. This is definitely new. It's hard to tell from this angle, but this is definitely new. So very curious. Looks like it's possible 4 doors, so it seat at least 4 people. And yeah, so that got a newer offered vehicle. Someone's being thrown out of. Just get out of here. Drunk for the last time. Ding. All right. Again, I don't think that looks like a Volatus to me. It's really hard to tell again from the glare and all that. Now obviously none of this is new. None of this looks to be new. Keanu Reeves? Question mark? Just kidding. Could you imagine? Yeah, Keanu Reeves DLC. What would that look like? All right, what would that be? All right. And then I see that we're going down to the docks. I see we actually get to use the scuba gear in more missions, so that'll be fun. So I'm guessing that we are the quote unquote pirates that or no, I don't know if because it says they got hijacked by pirates. I'm thinking that I don't know if like we take out the thing or we just come and pick up the stuff that they threw overboard. But I don't think we'll be transported in containers like this, but who knows? So I don't know what we're taking here. But that'll be interesting. So and then we're just fleeing over here. I don't know. It looks like that's somebody chasing. I'm guessing that's gonna be us. And that's an AI chasing us, I'd imagine. Two AIs chasing us, even as the guns are firing. Yeah. So, and then it's hard to tell. I don't think that one's new. That one is the Rustin, I believe. This one right here might be new. It's hard to tell. I think this one might be new. Let me see. Yeah, I think might be. Okay, so I see this bike is definitely new. I'm not really sure about these, but it looks like we get a shield. I don't know if that's just specific to the bike, or if that's something that I know that in the what is it? In that arena war mode, one of them you could actually put these shields on the back and stuff. So I don't. So it looks like this is more in free mode though. So I don't know if it's like free roam free mode, but this is playing in the MC Biker Club. That's bike right there. It's not new Untitled 69. So I'm curious if we can actually put that on, and then do we get a riot shield to just carry around with us? And then if so, can we just use riot shield, or can we use riot shield and pistol? That'll be interesting to see. Looks like we get some spikes right there. I wonder if those are going to have any effect on tires. Like if you were to actually go a little bit too far one way or the other and hit the tires on the other side, because I'd imagine it'd be one on the other side too. Is it going to pop the tire? And I like how it's like rusted and bent and all that. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm not really seeing guaranteed new bikes. Obviously, there's a clubhouse. I'm not really seeing any new outfits that I can tell. Looks like we get a new bag, and I don't know if that's going to be in mission specific, like where you can only have the bag in the mission. I know they actually did bring out duffel bags a couple of DLCs ago, and it's in the files. I know they're in the files, but they have not released them. It was rumored that they're going to release them with that DLC, but they never did. It was really interesting. And then it looks like we got, Cargo Bob, and then thank goodness we're getting Mavericks and not Buzzards. I hate it when it's in Buzzards when we're just finding Cargo Bob. Which actually, funnily enough, the Cargo Bob is faster than the Cargo Bob. It can lift more than the Cargo Bob, whatever the other version is, which is the supposedly upgraded version. Okay, I'll look at AI just hitting the tree there, as they tend to do that. I love how they captured that beautifully. That is great, because they do tend to do that. I don't know why they're in front there. So possibly a new rifle. I think that might be a new rifle. It might also just be the heavy sniper. It is really hard to tell. So you have Vomfjord, gun manufacturers. I don't know how to clear it. So I'm definitely interested in there. Alright, and that is new. That might be the APC. Yeah, that's APC. So that is new. That is interesting. So it looks like we're getting some more like that styled vehicles. And then no, these aren't new, by the way. These are not new planes. It looks like either that's us or these are us. We're protecting that, or maybe all of it's us. And we got the little drone, which I did love the sound there. And then we have like that bike with looks like it's got two miniguns on either side. That's fantastic. Or minigun on either side. Sorry. And then it looks like this is Cayo Perico. This is interesting. So this might be like a new race. Let me see if I'm trying to think here. So this would be like a new race, or yeah, it looks like it's possibly that many people. It's got to be a new race, or a massive mission, and maybe a helicopter race. Because look at look at those helicopters. So it looks like a helicopter race as well. Can't really tell where that is, but I would guess Cayo Perico again. I don't know. And then looks like a new car right there. Obviously that's not new. It looks like we got a new car right there. It's extremely interesting. Sorry. And this is interesting, and this is new as well. So now notice how it looks to be on the heavy suit. It looks to be like like when you get the when you request that heavy ballistic stuff. Then you get the suit. But looks like we might also be getting a new mask, which is cool if the eyes are gonna light up. Now, I wonder if you can get the lights, if you can get the eyes to flash. You know what I mean? Just like flash on and off, just as you can. So that's pretty cool. So yes, that takes real quick. But so now I don't know if the mask is gonna be specific to this, or maybe it's an upgrade to that. I don't know. I hope that we can actually get to choose, and maybe this also means that we can get the ballistic armor just to wear in general, which would be very interesting. And it looks like that's not new. That is a awesome helicopter. It's not new. I can't tell if we have any new clothes there. That's hard to tell. It looks like we're running and jumping off. Looks like potentially Mount Chiliad. Let's see. We are back here out in the county. Oh, you know what? No, this is. I know exactly where this is. This is not the county. That's the. What is the county? That's the truck stop. I thought I muted that. Yeah, that's the truck stop. So 24/7 Bishop's Ammunition. So I know exactly where that is. Truck stop on the East Coast. So yeah, July 26th. All right, let's go ahead and let's get into the article, which reads as follows. The Criminal Enterprises coming July 26th to GTA Online. This is posted July 21st, 2022. Again, they don't tell you who writes it, which is kind of frustrating, but whatever. Like, not even the studio. It's like, okay. The Southern San Andreas economy is in crisis. Gas prices have spiked to their highest levels in decades. Retail supply chains are in turmoil, and to top it off, a ferocious heat wave is gripping the state. Now, that'd be cool if you actually could have the option to buy gas. You know what I mean? Like, if you actually had the option to, require gas in your vehicle, that'd be kind of fun. Executives, bikers, nightclub owners, and gun runners are making the most of the chaotic conditions. Meanwhile, the sudden spike at the pumps has caught the attention of the IAA, who suspect the corrupt Duggan petrochemical family are rigging the system in their favor. And they're going to need you to help them put the pieces together. I love how it's inspired, high gas prices and stuff. It's inspired from real life. I love how quickly they've done it too, because think about it. Gas started rising last year, or early this year. I can't remember which. Either way, no more than a year ago. And they've already turned this into a DLC and pumped it out. It's like, what? That's insane. Alright. So I guarantee this is not the DLC we were getting next. And I thought, hey, this would make a really cool DLC. And they did this. You know what I mean? So, hey, boom, perfect. Alright. So the Criminal Enterprises is a sweeping update bringing new missions and upgrades to GTA Online, including significant expansions to business prospects for criminal careers, plus new elaborate content missions with players operating as a sworn-in agent for the IAA, and much more starting July 26th. The Criminal Enterprises also delivers highly requested experience improvements while giving players more choice on how they climb their way up the criminal ranks. Players will earn increased payouts across a range of gameplay, enjoy experience improvements, and more, with new modes, vehicles, collectibles, and special events dropping all summer long, including new showroom floors where players can test drive or simply purchase a range of new vehicles on the spot. Oh, that is interesting. New showroom floors. So I guess that's what that means. We go into like a showroom and it changes up weekly. We can just purchase instead of just we can test drive it. And test drive it, like it, buy it. Okay, cool. Expand your businesses. Following the launch of GTA 5 on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, and the standalone version of GTA Online earlier this year, the Criminal Enterprises Edition. Sorry about that. The Criminal Enterprises Edition to GTA Online grows and evolves the world across all platforms. Whether you've entered GTA Online via the Career Builder on the latest generation consoles, or you're a seasoned kingpin, the Criminal Enterprises offers an assortment of exciting new updates for intrepid entrepreneurs of all kinds. And no matter which criminal career path you've chosen, all business activities, including cell missions, will now be available to play in private, and let only crew and friends sessions as part of the Criminal Enterprises. Executives, Those who own an executive office will notice new staff manager Lupe, ready and able to help source additional special cargo for your empty shelves. A new side gig will also open up for executives where a shipment of special cargo will arrive daily outside your warehouse, packed and ready for delivery to the docks. Plus, 2 new sources of special cargo will also be added to the mix of source missions, increasing the variety of missions available to white-collar criminals statewide. Bikers, the clubhouses with the custom bike shop are getting an on-the-house upgrade, where MC presidents will be able to modify clients' bikes to specifications and deliver them to customers for GTA Cash and RP. Bikers will also be able to bolster their street cred and bottom lines by completing 2 new clubhouse contracts posted on the meeting room wall at the clubhouse. And you might notice patrons haunting the bar in your clubhouse. A bar resupply mission will keep the kegs tapped and the clientele happy while earning a little extra income for your MC. Gun runners. And I'm going to break all this down here in a second. I'm going to look at the photos. Gun runners, Ammunition has heard that you're all about supplying quality goods at a fair price, and they want in. Make a daily delivery to a designated ammunition store for an additional source of revenue. When stocking your bunker, you'll come across 2 new resupply missions, so be sure to rob these new targets for all they're worth. And players will also be able to call Agent 14 from the road to increase their research progress by sourcing data from a well-armed mark. Nightclub owners. Nightclub owners can now contact Johan to take on missions to source goods for their nightclub warehouse, or call Tony to launch club management missions. 2 new club management missions have been added to the roster, giving you new ways to promote your above-board operations. Meanwhile, inside your club, you'll be able to maintain the vibes by ejecting troublemakers and chaperoning pass-out VIPs to safe locations off-site. Okay, so this brings a lot more than I thought it would. So let's break it down. Executives. So new staff manager Lupe ready to help source additional special cargo for it. Okay, so PDW, regular shotgun, and that I think is a bullpup rifle. That looks like I cannot tell which one. But okay, so that's interesting. So I'm not sure if we can do any of this. I would imagine we can. But they have not said. Like they only said, including cell missions, not source missions, cell missions. Hopefully we can do source. I'd imagine that we can. So let's see here. The new side will also open up for executives or shipment of special cargo. So I'm very curious. That'll be interesting. Plus 2 new sources. Okay. So that'll be interesting. Then the bikers. I think it's really interesting that they finally had it. Or they're finally making it where, because not the nightclub. The clubhouse does get a little lonely. Like, it is weird. I mean, it's not like it's a massive place. It's not like the nightclub where all of a sudden it's just empty all the time. Or was empty all the time. But it is interesting because you got a bar, but if you're by yourself, it's just you and the barkeep. But something that's cool that you can do with 2 new clubhouse contracts. I hope you can actually rotate them if there's something you can do by yourself. And then some patrons. So I wonder if there's going to be like MC patrons or just what. So we'll find out. A bar supply mission will keep the cakes tapped. So that'll be interesting to do bar resupply missions. This rifle, I can't tell. That looks like it might be a new rifle. Now that's a Valkyrie. That's not new. That might be a new jacket. Hard to tell. Sometimes they release stuff that's very similar to stuff they already have. And then I find this interesting. You make a daily delivery to a designated ammunition store for an additional source of revenue. And you come across 2 new resupply missions. So, okay, so be sure to rob these new targets. Also, call Agent 14 from the road to increase their research progress by sourcing data from a well-armed mark. So that is interesting. All very interesting there. Now, nightclub owners. This is, and then of course we'll keep going down here in a second. I just want to do this. All right, this is what I found really, really interesting. And keep in mind, we are going to live stream all of this best I can. We're going to do it on the PS5 first to make sure it's actually out. And then, because I have a lot more, I actually have everything on the PS4 version. We're going to jump on I'll jump on the PS4 version and do the live stream. And I'm going to tell you, hey, it's not available here. Or if it's available, we're going to actually experience all the stuff that I have not experienced yet. Can I contact you and take on missions to source goods for the nightclub? So that means that we can actually, source goods for the nightclub, kind of build that up a little faster if we want. Or call Tony to launch club management. I think it's great because he used to have to go in there and start it up. But now you can just call and say, hey, can you do a mission, whatever. I like that they're bringing that. Out of the roster, you knew as a you're above board opera. So you get 2 new club management missions. That's good. So hopefully it'll mean that it mixes up a little more. Because I know I had that problem where I kept getting the same one. They're easy ones. I mean, not a big deal, but still, it's like, we got a few here. Meanwhile, inside your club, you'll be able to maintain the vibes by ejecting troublemakers. Okay, how do we do that? I can't wait to try that out. And chaperoning passed out VIPs to safe locations off site. Okay. Chaperoning passed out VIPs to safe locations off site. What does that mean, safe location? Like, we take them to the airport? We take them to the police station? What are we doing? Alright, let's go ahead, and it goes even further. So go undercover in Operation Paper Trail. The profits from soaring gas prices all seem to be flowing one way into the pockets of the most notorious oil-rich dynasty in the Los Angeles area. The IAA smells a criminal conspiracy. Agent ULP will be in touch with the new Operation Paper Trail, commissioning 1 to 4 players as sworn-in agents to investigate the local petrochemical magnates, the Duggins, to see if they're the invisible hand behind spiraling oil prices. So, is that a gun right there? Oh no, that's a drone. Okay, that's a drone right there. Now, get behind the wheel with new vehicles. There will be plenty of new ways to cut a route between points A and B in criminal enterprises, with new vehicles arriving throughout the summer and beyond. 2 new Amani Tech eligible vehicles will be available to take advantage of special upgrades from F. Clinton and partners, expert hacker, including remote control, missile logon jammer, and more. Let's see, we got that one. Okay, cool. There will also be new tuners vehicles, and Benny's original Motorworks expanding its capabilities to work on additional vehicles. Meanwhile, Hal is keen to get to work on an existing classic, with a brand new ride coming later this summer for those on the latest generation of consoles, plus an assortment of new and deeper customization options on several OG vehicles, some of which you may already own. That will give them a new look and a new lease on life. So that looks like that's actually not a new one. So that's interesting. Alright, then increased payouts and other improvements. In addition to all the above, be on the lookout for a comprehensive list of new gameplay and experience improvements coming to GTA Online, including a reduction in the effectiveness of the Oppressor Mark II's homing missiles and countermeasures, an easier way to replenish health during firefights with more convenient access to snacks and armor, and much more. The criminal enterprises will also introduce several changes to the economy, including permanent boosts to race and adversary mode payouts, increased payouts for original heist and the Doomsday heist, bigger payouts for the Doomsday heist. Yeah, that's what I figured. So original heist and Doomsday heist, the Doomsday heist. So bigger paydays for the Doomsday heist, one that I guess because it's a pain in the ass and really it's like really you don't get much because of how much you gotta go through. Bigger paydays for bodyguards, associates, and MC members, and more. Look for more details on the all-new gameplay and balancing changes at the Rockstar Newswire when the Criminal Enterprises launches on July 26th across PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. Now, the 26th, am I off the 26th? I am not working the 26th, so I am off on the 26th. So, that means we will be doing that. Actually, I'm not working that day. Ooh, okay, so I'll be live streaming it starting in the afternoon because I get off work at 7 in the morning on that morning. So I'm probably going to be home by 8. I'll probably be up by 12 to 1. I'll be streaming it by 2 or 3. So there you go. That is all that information. So much information to take in. I know, really cool little trailer there. So looks like those might be some new customizations there. So I gotta go grind out the PS5 version to get that because we're ready on PS4. We are ready on PS4, but I do want to play it on PS5 as well. So because that is what I'm gonna be primarily. That's what they're gonna be doing primarily DLCs on. So there you have it. There is this episode. Remember, this is on the regular podcast, which we found wherever you listen to your podcast, as well as on our YouTube channel. So if you're listening to this on the podcast and you were not able to see that video, the trailer, go ahead and check out our YouTube channel on the Table Podcast, and that is where you will find this. So either way, I look forward to live streaming this with you all, and of course, if we get any more information, I will let you all know. So there you have it. Stay tuned. Stay awesome. Thank you all so much for listening in and watching.